The top 5 reasons why we complain. This is actually a much longer list. I picked my favorite 5. The 5 I could relate to. Why we struggle with this, other than the fact that it's sin. Why do we struggle with this? Here are 5 reasons why we complain. We complain as a way to get attention. We complain to get noticed. At work, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. We complain so that people will listen to us. The more hostile our complaint, the more loud our complaint, the more often we complain, the more people look at us. If you don't have nothing to say, just complain. You'll find somebody who will agree with you. We know people who do that. You can spot it when it happens. Like, you're just mixing up drama. You just want the spotlight on you, so you're complaining about this. We know people like this. How about number 2? To remove responsibility. We complain, grumble, we criticize as an excuse. You set me up for failure. There's no way this could be done. This is impossible. All these things lined up against this success. It's not my fault. And the longer you're a boss with employees, the longer you're a supervisor, the more you can spot this 50 feet away coming your direction. It never works. Never works. This is a fun one in a household that dad uses it to mom, or mom uses it to dad, or the kids use it to the parents. Never works. Still a sin. How about number 3? To inspire envy. This one cracks me up. Have you ever heard anybody complain, but it was really to compliment themselves? They were complaining, but it was actually bragging, like the hidden sideways brag. The boss doesn't know what she's doing, which actually means I'm better than her, and if I was in charge. I'm exhausted, you guys. I just can't sleep. I'm being invited to all these parties and social gatherings. I wish I wasn't so popular and likable. Right? That kind of, I'm complaining, but I'm really bragging. Nobody buys it. Everybody sees it coming. What an immature thing to do, but it happens all the time and it always cracks me up. Calling them out on it doesn't help, just from experience sake, okay? Doesn't help. How about this one? Power. 4th reason why we complain is as a power exchange. We complain as a political power move. This is bad. And if we, you and me, bind together, we can do it better. We can get it undone. We can remove this person who is the obstacle. We complain as a power move. And you do that in families, work, church, any group of 3 or more, pretty much. A power move. I want this to happen. I don't have any authority or responsibility, but I feel like my opinion is the best. So let me complain to the person who is responsible, and maybe they will do what I want them to do. As your pastor, I have experienced this one 10,000 times. I see it coming, I smile and nod, and I do not listen to you. You know why? Because I've heard another person complain and want the very opposite of what you want. Who do I... Yeah, it's just, right? You've been there. You know, you've done it. Yeah. You've been on the receiving end and you've done it. Yeah. Last but not least, to excuse a poor performance. The 5th reason we complain is an out. We complain to justify not meeting the standards. I didn't have the support I needed. You weren't there for me. This situation was stacked up. You set me up for failure. Excuses, excuses, excuses. I think that's what the Jews in Jesus' audience was doing. They were making a criticism, a complaint against Jesus in order to distance themselves from the conviction of his word. So they focus in on the fact that he says he's from heaven.